Yo, what's going on YouTube? Today we are back on the Black Ops 6 topic. Nothing has really changed with the website that we know of. We're going to go through and look for some small Easter eggs, some minor things. There have been a lot of things that have come out already about this game that we are going to cover in this video. This will kind of cover everything we know and should expect for this year's title as of right now. So I think the first big thing I want to cover is how controversial this campaign actually seems to be. So obviously, as you go through all the different channels and you watch all these different videos, you know, they all have different meanings. This one in particular, you know, where it's really targeting Mount Rushmore, defacing it, lies, talking about the truth lies, truth is the first casualty of war. You have all these monuments around the world being defaced, and it's really just kind of going after government. It's not really going after like anyone in particular. So obviously we know it's an internal battle, but the big thing I've seen speculated that I'm not sure about, and it's a super touchy subject, is 9/11. So there is apparently one of the trailers for this game, if you pause it at the right time when it's kind of moving through and it's showing all the numbers and stuff, there's a freeze frame with a date on it, and it says 9/11/2001. So it's very outrageous to think that could be a mission, and if so, I don't know how they would incorporate that in a game without, that's dicey, bro. I don't know what the deal is, but everything through this rollout has been based on like not even just like in-game COD events. Like, it is going against like real life events, which makes it so unique in its own. Like, I'm not here to say, oh, that'd be so sick if they went against 9/11. Obviously, like, for me personally, I think that's a little too far. But there's no telling. I mean, we do not know, so I can't speculate that too heavy because that is not canon. One thing that is pretty crazy, usually for a rollout for Call of Duty, they do like a bunch of shipping containers, spells out the logo, they do it around the world, or they drop a bunch of banners at one time, in different locations. But in this game in particular, we have vans driving in major cities across the US. They have little radars on the top, and they say, the truth lies, and it's just kind of showing this I don't know how to move it. Like, it's just like, in lies we trust, it's all about the lies, nothing's real, but they're kind of pushing that into reality. And as someone who wouldn't play Call of Duty, if I saw one of these vans, that'd be eerie, bro. Like, these videos are definitely eerie. This game definitely has like a dark vibe to it. Black Ops, when I think of the title Black Ops, I definitely think of like something like crazy like this, internal. So it definitely makes sense in that standpoint. Some really big things to come in terms of the game itself. Modern Warfare 2 campaign remastered will come. One of the best campaigns of all time. It's a ton of fun. That will make a return, but the biggest news of all, Warzone obviously is coming back. But they are bringing Verdansk back. Verdansk will be the home map for the new Warzone. I think COD took too big of a hit with Warzone 2, and I hate pinning it on just this because there were a ton of problems. Like, what, the map was too big. I mean, there were vehicles moved horribly. The loadout system, like, oh, you want to load out? It's like $80,000. Like, even the tournament scene took such a dip, and you could tell with the streamers' numbers. And I mean, let's be real here. If Call of Duty wants to produce like super successful multiplayer, they gotta have streamers on top. They gotta cater to those boys because those are the people with the eyeballs on them at all times. The second they try to cater this game to like, oh, there's no like skill gap anymore, everyone can play, it fell apart, and it shows. Call of Duty it was the number one game for so long because they genuinely didn't change it that much. So what I'm getting at is this seems to be their last ditch effort. Verdansk, I'm all for it. I think it's a great map. If they really want to capitalize on it, though, we need all new weapons. We don't need to integrate last year's weapons, a fresh batch, and we need the movement back to a T. It needs to play 1-to-1 of Modern Warfare 2019 in terms of mechanics. If anything, it needs to play faster. That's what's making these new games so enticing, like X-Defiant or Fortnite. Any of these games, the movement is peak. You're fast, and that's the point of these games. We don't play Call of Duty for realism. We play it for the arcadey feel, and that arcadey feel is when we are flying around the map. They need to make the vehicles more responsive. There's a lot of things that could happen, but we do know as of right now, 100% factual, Verdansk will be the map. That is confirmed canon. So we'll have to see. We will just have to see. I was hoping, looking through this stuff, maybe we'd kind of like notice something in particular, even just like people through like how this is flipping. Maybe we'd notice a person, you know, some blurred faces, but there's nothing really too crazy to it in that sense. I don't think there's a correlation in all of the different monuments. They're just monuments, and obviously it's, you know, like this is Liberty, you know, so that makes a little bit of sense. Or right here, it's like Washington, D.C., the White House. They made sure you could see the White House in the background. So it's kind of hard to tell exactly what they're trying to do with the trailer for this video game. We're just going to have to see. There is absolutely no telling. But regardless, gang, if you're new to the channel, if you're excited for the game, you enjoy the content, hit that subscribe button, man. Press the like button, and I'll catch y'all tomorrow for another heater. Let's get it.